Now, when we talk about modest dressing, what do we mean? When we talk about decent dressing, what do we mean? These are critical questions that children of God must appreciate from the word of God. You know, when we dress and out there, it doesn't mean that you and I must be so backwards in terms of modernity, like the moderator said here. We must be modern, yes, but we must not be extravagant in our modern. We must, we must balance out. Because when you are before your dressing mirror and you are there trying to do the makeup, trying to do all those good things that you do, what is the motive? When you come out of your dressing room, are you happy, first of all, as an individual, that this, what I'm wearing on, I'm comfortable, and everybody that will look at me will be comfortable? Mind you, men and women are wired differently. From the onset, let me know. We are wired differently. Men are aroused by what they see, while women are aroused by touch. So your dress code from the word go will attract. When people begin to whistle, and then the other person passes, there is no. Are you happy? Sometimes we get excited, isn't it? They are looking at me and they are happy. What is the motive? So now, back to the Bible. I just wanted to get it. The Bible says, as child of God, when we dress as Christians, if you go to 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 9 and 1 Peter, there, categorically, Peter and Paul are addressing ladies. How are ladies supposed to dress? We are supposed to dress in a modesty and in a way that we are not exposing any of our parts, and we are, doing it in such a way that you dress up there. You must also dress in modesty and in decency, so that you don't also cause others to sin. Now, when you go out and you dress and your behavior and what you portray out there, these two must really, give you that you are a child of God and you are coming from a decent home that uphold Christian principles. Now, the other aspect that I want to tell you is that from the Bible, we find instances where God has instructed us how we must dress as His children, both male and female. And when God tells us this is how you ought to behave, why should you behave like this? Because you are a light, and your light must shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify the Lord which is in heaven. That verse I'll keep on repeating because it's essential in our discussion this afternoon. So now, when you dress, we are saying we are in a modern world. And the modern world entails that you must dress in a certain way. Are we together? Now, in this modern world, you are a child of God. You belong to Christ. Because you are born again and Christ lives in you, you will be different. You will not be swayed by peer pressure, by people who tell you, no, this is how you must appear. Because before anything, you should never be cheated, because the Bible tells us you are wonderfully, fearfully made right in the image of God. So you are precious in the eyes of God, and no one should cheat you that you are ugly, that you don't look okay, that you have this and that. Those are lies, and don't really believe them. Because as a child of God, first and foremost, have that confidence that comes from God. Once you have that self-esteem within you, then you will face the world very confident, because they are tired. What you are addressing also, puts in the self-confidence and builds up your esteem even as you go out there. Either you go for school, you come to church, you go for work, you are doing other things there. It is how you build up yourself and how you see yourself. And I want to encourage you that your self-esteem is very, very important, that you look at yourself and say, I am fearfully and wonderfully made, I'm a child of God, and I'm the only one, by the way, in the planet Earth. No one is like me. failed this, and we. What is more? Higher, Father. There are certain can come. Now look at you. At you. You use the cedar road when you're supposed to go fair road. It is been simply because you are not comfortable yourself, and you have seen people that you feel they will say something. But let me just assure you that will not even say anything, because you have chosen to wear what you are wearing. But before everything else, is what you are wearing going to attract, God's children or the world there to really come? Because I don't want to be a preserve of my knowledge. I want to learn from you and appreciate how you are finding yourself in this arrangement so that we can interact. I just wanted to provoke your thinking so that you can bring in those questions. If it means referring to some of the books like Crash Object Lessons, the young man, the young woman, all these we will make reference to them, even the Bible, so that we can, at the end of the day, get something that will make us stand out as children of the living God. Madam Moderator.
Thank you. So, you have said a lot, actually. Talked about, you have talked about, a lot of things. But dear elder,
yes.
So, a lot of churches have a lot of doctrines, have a lot of things when it comes to dressing. And us, as a Seventh-day Adventist church, we also have a lot of doctrines that define us when it comes to dressing. And these doctrines actually are also, just like you said in the book of Timothy, in 1 Timothy rather, and in the book of 1 Peter, where Paul and Peter himself talk about us women, how we dress, and everything. There are also issues of us not wearing ornaments, us not doing our hair. But today, in Seventh Adventist Church, we see a whole lot of different happening. We have our mothers, we have our mothers who are wearing heavy. We have our sisters who are doing their hair, the fancy hairs. But what's your comment on that?
Very interesting. Thank you so much for bringing up that very, very important aspect. Believe me, we are at a funeral. My cousin, the lady, don't want to mention because we are on Facebook. She may follow me. Her hair was blown off. Can the hair be blown off? Yes. Her hair was blown off. And then she kept saying, "Where is my hair? Where is my wig? Where is my wig?" And somebody hid it. It was a struggle. Why am I picking that one? If only you knew who is the owner of that hair, you can't even get it, I'm telling you. Some of them are dead. Some of them are not, So really that human hair that we likely putting, and sometimes women, what makes you, let me find out from you. You are wearing that, you've done those wig, whatever you do there. Then time and again, you do this. Before you know it, you look for a stick. And start doing what? Now, I know that today there's technology. You can put all those things and those things cannot bother you anymore. You can add other things. Now, this here we are talking about my dear moderator. It's have your own hair. God has given you nice hair. Maintain it. I know you say it's very difficult. We are busy. Maintain it. Maintain it. Because that's what God is encouraging you. Where that, and certain things that have actually happened to some of us. There are so many testimonies when we are praying for other people, we don't want to scare you. There are certain demons that manifested and were demanding for the same hair to come, to got hours, what and what. There are certain things that we get vulnerable and get prone to, and there are attacks, and sometimes you have these perpetual headaches that you may not even know where they are coming from. So it is always encouraged friends to keep your hair natural if you can. If you cannot, you can just, I know there are a few people that I'm seeing here, you are looking perfect, super, you're natural. But sometimes it's difficult to say, I'm a career woman, I don't have much time to do this. But just find out, what kind of hair are you putting there? Is it the hair of a human being? Or is it the hair of a certain animal? What is it that? So Lily, I want answers from you on that one. Tell me.
So we'll leave the discussion as in on that. Okay.
I'm sure there's someone who should say something. Don't worry. Don't fear. Don't whatever. Oh, what you'll be saying here is respected. No one will laugh at you. No one will undermine you. Come out and express yourself, because there are certain things I know, you know, and certain things I know you don't know. So we are here to share knowledge so that you can appreciate what you are wearing there and what you are doing there. There are certain things that we do. Why do we do what we do? Sometimes we want to look beautiful, isn't it? But we can still look beautiful in our natural hair. And I don't want to close up yourself. There are certain things that you can do there. And within your natural hair there, you can plait it, you can do all those styles there. I saw someone who did with you do a chikuti. No, a chikuti. You do a chikuti here, another chikuti here, another chikuti there. And you are super. You are looking good.
Okay, thank you so much on that. But moving on.
Yes.
The Bible says in the Deuteronomy that a man should not wear what a woman is supposed to wear, and vice versa also applies. But Elder, we're in a world where a lot of activities. For instance, last time we had sports as youths, but we can't jump. We can't jump in dress and do. So if I were to wear a trousers, I were to wear a tracksuit, we just want to understand why youths. We have all these questions where if we wear something, someone will judge us, or maybe what's this? The Dorcas mothers from church will judge us. We just want to understand how we should carry on these Christian standards and dress code in our lives and in our everyday lives, how we should apply them.
Thank you so much. If I may call, which one is a man's cloth and which one is a women's cloth? Before trousers came, what was our forefathers' dress? Men, what were they wearing, our old fathers? Huh? So I don't want you to get confused. I want you to appreciate there that when trousers came in twofold: male trousers and female trousers. So get that correct. So when Deuteronomy is saying you don't wear a male or a female, it's not talking about trousers. So many people want to mistake that to say Deuteronomy is talking about trousers. There are female trousers and male trousers. And there are people who live in extreme cold environment. And you cannot wear a dress. Like you are putting it, you are in a sport activity. You can't put that. So it will be wrong. Me personally, I remember when I was in, should be grade 9. I was in a hurry. And I didn't know that I had bought a blouse. It was a shirt, but it had button kuma left hook. So, taenda kuja kuskulu kuja tashaina na posha na sapato. Nicho kachabe, my friend, he pulls me down. He back. What is this? Ni blouse. You know what I mean by blouse, eh? A female shirt. So I want you to understand that actually these things have male and that's the point I'm driving home. So I was told, don't wear this because it is what? The female shirt. Patterns are where? So I hope I've answered. So you are free to wear that as long as it's not a man's trousers. It's a female trousers.
So, thank you so much. You've just to understand what this is about. We are not supposed to feel shy. Wear things that are making us do things in a comfortable way. For example, when you have sports, guys, you can wear a tracksuit. You can wear those things called sweatpants. You can wear them. And I think that the elders really help.
But before you go, so don't quote me to say elder says you can wear trousers everywhere. Those things that you are wearing, they must not, there are certain things that are so tight that even where Zambezi River flows, you know Zambezi River? Where there is Zambezi River, you are able to see this is Zambezi River. No, I didn't mean that. It must be something that is loose and comfortable. Not it showing even where Mount Kilimanjaro is. No. We should not see Mount Kilimanjaro, no. Yeah, so in short, when you go out there, it must be decent and modest. Continue, Madam Moderator.
Okay. Thank you so much. Anyways. Anyways, moving on. So, Elder.
Yes, please.
It is also said that the Lord does not look at the outward appearance, but, He looks at the heart. How one is able to, give out that, how one is able to be a contagious Christian, how one is able to spread the word, but not how they dress, but how they speak, how they present themselves. But, dear Elder, help us understand, we have a lot of questions as youth. As when we stand here, meanwhile, I'm seated here, I'm seeing everybody, but I'm seeing others that are wearing different things. I also have questions. Is it really that when this person wears a long skirt, they wear things that are not showing up here? Is it really that they are good Christians? Or even a person who is wearing a short skirt? How?
Those are very, very good questions, and I'm enjoying myself. When it comes to my heart, people have even made that reference and quoting Jesus Christ. When Jesus says, actually what defiles a man, what comes out of there. Now, the context in which Jesus was speaking that was that they happened to be eating without washing hands. The Jewish tradition then, for you to have your meal or to eat something, you've got to wash your hands, not just the way we wash ending here, the whole from here. Yes, and here. So Jesus, they just wash their hands, and then they to say, why are they eating without washing hands? And Jesus says, no. What defiles a man is what proceedeth from the heart. And many of us have said, my dress is okay, my heart. Now, just know that there is a correlation between the heart and the outside. Because what is in the heart will be seen from where? Outside. So there is no way the heart can be good and the outside is bad. It's either the heart is good and the outside is good, or the heart is bad and the outside is what? Bad. So you cannot really contrast the heart and the outside. So it is what you put in. And Jesus was speaking about the character, the attitudes, the beliefs, what you are as an individual. That's what defiles. But your dress, when you say, no, I am a child of God, even if I'm wearing something that is, above the knee, I'm okay. And you know what? If you wear something that is above the knee, then you sit or you try to pick a pen. What is going to happen behind you? There will be Mount Kilimanjaro. Now, what you even sometimes struggle, you have to put a Bible here. A poor Bible. you putting a Bible there? So that the Bible can help you do what? Now, the point I'm raising is that, it is what is in your heart that will be seen outside. So, friends of mine, let's wear something that you'll be happy as a child of God and you'll be comfortable and it will not really put you in an awkward situation. That's all I'm putting across. So a heart cannot be separated. It's what is in the heart that will be seen outside. There's no two way about it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on. As you, we are brought up by our parents, and it is said that charity begins at home. So most of us have this kind of dress code. We depict actually the dress code that our parents have, way that our mothers dress, way that our parents dress. Some of us light dress. And when it comes to the church, we have received a lot of concerns that most of our youth are really. Some of the people that are leading pastors as an elder should actually also have a certain dress code that necessary. I mean, you already said it all, but make us understand.
Very true. Parents, you are the role models. From home, be the role model. Inculcate, principles, behaviors, and characters that your children will admire. Because children actually learn from us as parents. So, very true. My moderator, the way I put it, home environment, home setup is the best training there. That we must learn to, to dress from home and learn from our parents. So parents, the challenge has come to you. Please do your best and ensure that your children are dressed in a modest and a decent way, that there will be no troubles. But some of you parents, some of you children and ladies, you will come home carrying a bag with a different attire altogether. And you deceive your mother and your father and say, no, look, I'm nicely dressed. You go to the bush or to another room or to a friend and you change. And the parents, in knowing that you are wearing something, along the way you have changed. Please also follow the instruction that your parents tell you to say, it's for own good. It's for own good. Certain things are not supposed to be exposed. There are parts that God has created that must not be exposed, because when they're exposed, they are a danger, because people will harm you or people will do things that you're not supposed to, to do to you. But also you onlookers, men now, it is not what you see always that should push you. See and close your eyes and move on. I have no problem with the first look. I have no problem with it. Because I participate in it. You look, but the second look, I have issues with it. Why are you turning again? Go to pick and pay, go. Why do you want to look behind? And people now are singing songs which can even confuse some of us. Have you heard that song, Wikambati, why is sketi yawe nangu ilizi, why was sketi yako ikambakamba? Now, some of those songs which people sing like that are confusing. So now they tell you, your skirt must be talking. Wait, skirt cannot talk. I just wanted to add that, because what you do is that as a child of God, don't listen to what others are saying. You say, I'm a child of God and my dress